Alright, YouTube, it's Shadow King Nazru, and I'm here with a review of Dragon Ball Z Kai, episode 123. So, in episode 123, Goku, Piccolo, and Krillin are still talking about what they're gonna do about Majin Buu, and they came up with the plan to use fusion for Goten and Trunks, as per the last parts of the last episode. But suddenly they learn that the others, Boma, Chi-Chi, Videl, Yamcha, Android 18, Master Roshi, that sort, have gathered all 7 Dragon Balls and has already summoned Shenron. Goku tries to instant transmission there before they can make a wish, but he arrives too late. Which is pretty ironic for something that's supposed to be called instant transmission. Go figure. But they do make their wish, and they wish that all the victims that Vegeta killed were revived. Chances are that they'll probably rationalize that the whole death was just some sort of trick. Because normal people in Dragon Ball are idiots. Yeah. But Goku manages to tell them to stop making wishes, and Dende informs Goku that he could tell Shenron to leave now, and since he's only performed 1 wish out of 3, he can be resummoned in 4 months. Pretty much like Division. He's only used a third of his power, and had he granted all 3, he would have not been able to be summoned again for another year. So Chi-Chi and Boma want to know what's happening with this whole Majin Buu thing, and where's Goten, Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta. And Goku says, "I'll explain everything once we head back to Kami's Lookout." And they teleport back there. Meanwhile, Majin Buu is wreaking havoc by destroying public property and eating food. Again, this is something I don't recall in the manga, so I think this might be one of those little filler moments. I guess the developers of Toei Animation decided to keep this because they wanted to show that Majin Buu is growing increasingly defiant of Babidi, and he wants to do his own thing while Babidi is forcing him to do what he says, with the threat of sealing him back up, which is going to have a huge payoff later on. But anyway, I can accept it. It doesn't contradict anything, and it does help establish the point. So yeah, that's what happened mostly with Babidi and Buu. And then we see that the Supreme Kai has been revived by the newly revived Kibito, thanks to the Dragon Balls. And Supreme Kai tells them that they have to find Gohan because he's still alive. And they go search for him. Back at Kami's Lookout, the Z Fighters are unaware about this, so they just think that both Gohan and Vegeta are dead, when in actuality, only Vegeta is dead. And as expected, Chi-Chi, Boma, and Videl are devastated. Chi-Chi even going so far as fainting, and Videl being in disbelief that this is happening, even more so than when she thought the whole Shenron thing was not going to be a real thing. Yeah, for someone who just experienced people who can fly uh, shoot powerful beams of energy and change their hair based on their power level, you really have a very limited imagination, Vidal. But but all in all, pretty tragic. And I like it that Goku didn't try to bullshit everybody by trying to sugarcoat everything. He gave it to it straight. Look, Majin Buu killed uh, Gohan and Vegeta. Goten and Trunks are fine, but this is a problem, and we have to solve the thing with Majin Buu if we're ever going to bring everybody back. And then the episode ends off with Babidi sending them a telepathic message, and we don't hear the full thing because the episode cuts him off. This was a nice episode, but I think that they're just padding things out. Now, now it wasn't to the extent of the original DBZ anime where you were just waiting for this thing to get on with it. But they could have cut a few things out from the last two episodes and gotten to the point where Babidi and Boo were making their statement to the Z Fighters and help move things along. But I suppose I can accept the whole scene where Boo is focused more on getting food more than following Bobby's orders. So yeah, all in all, nice episode. Really looking forward to the next one where we'll see Gohan trying to, Gohan being on the Supreme Kai's world and going to try to master the Z Sword, which, according to Supreme Kai, is the only weapon that could possibly kill Majin Buu. So yeah, So this was a great episode. Really enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to do a response video to a certain friend of mine.